Okay, see if we've fixed our errors. Ways of our errors here. Okay, see if we've fixed our errors. Ways of our errors here. Okay, wait. Okay, my mic settings are fucked. Hang on, I gotta fix that. Go to my errors. Is that any better? Hello? I don't know if that's better. Let's try that again. I think I would have had this fixed before I did this, which I thought I did. So I'm a goober. Is that any better? No, it feels like it's peaking more. Hang on, we're gonna figure this out, I'm sure. Damn. What am I doing here? Okay, well, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully my audio's decent. I really need to update that. Okay, well, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully my audio's decent. Okay, I need to fix my audio here. You're about to hear this repeat itself, and it's going to be very confusing. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see if I can fix this thing. Go to audio mixer. Yeah, okay. Hit filters and then add noise suppression gate. Okay, let's see what I'm doing here. Also get noise suppression gate first. see. Skate. So we can figure this out. Compressor and limiter. Wait, plus noise suppression, okay. Close threshold should be 40 to 45 decibels. Let's put it at 45. Oven threshold should be 30 to 35 decibels. Go 30. The most range between them. Attack time 10 to 25. Go 10. Hold time 2 to 400. This time. Ratio 4 to 1 to 6 to 1, which means let's just go 5 to 1. Threshold -18 and -24. Attack 6 to 10. Release 60 to 120. Threshold -3 to -6. Let's put it on -4 then. Okay, that should be much better. God willing. Hang on, let's test it. Damn, how delayed is this? Okay, that should be much better. God willing. Hang on, let's test it. Okay, I'm satisfied. Alright. Do we feel like doing comp? No, we don't. We feel like doing 6v6 world queue. We don't feel like being competitive today. We feel like chilling. Like the topic du jour. Probably going to be talking about the State of the Union address, I would imagine. Because I think this Gri1d1Motorsports guy is like super MAGA. He's MAGA's greatest warrior. Well, we'll see if we can, you know, through sheer patriotism alone, see if we can find some common ground, but something tells me it's just going to be the circle jerk Trump power. Or, well, not circle jerk for me. Hang on, it's not a circle. I'm not even there. I'm standing across from him. I'm not into this. All the same, I don't know how you watch that State of the Union address and come away with the conclusion that it was anything but like a divisive slap in the face of most Americans. Like half the country's like, roughly half the country's Democrat. The way Donald Trump talks about the Democrats, you know, with this air of like Hitler-esque nationalism, you know, calling them treasonous, it's just insane to me. That kind of language should come from the President of the United States. The funny thing is, even Biden didn't talk that way about Trump, and Trump actually is treasonous.
From
What up, wet?
We build a new world.
Hello.
A mother's work is never done.
Vigilantes have no place in the world we're building.
And Vishkar has no place in mine.
Stand behind me, mortals! No.
When the world needed water, came wet. 2, 1. Oh, not a junk rat. The utter sheer cancer.
We must move with the payload. Group up. I have opened the door. Quite an effective placement. Come over here. Behold my creation.
That's how we do it, boy. Oh, we're on with this Rhine.
I have opened the door.
Got eyes on an enemy.
Over there. Group up here. Constructing my teleporter.
Tactical visor activated.
Alright, well, a little tumble.
I finish my project.
That's a pretty good push for 5.5 minutes.
Aligning sensor divisions. Teleporter materialized. Turret materialized.
Guardians!
I have opened the door. The chaos will not be unseated in a day. Behold my creation.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
Placing a turret here.
Everyone, heal up.
Огонь по готовности! Яхи Карамбаста Виктахе! Teleporter here. From light into being. Be careful. My turret will be delightful. Turret materialized.
Piggy right click.
Raksha Pranali Samritiksa. Brace myself. Group up here. Teleporter materialized.
Guardians!
Positioning turret.
Watch here.
Symbol is offline. I am outstanding. Yahi Parambasta Viktahe. Aligning There is always more to learn. Teleporter taking shape. The thoughts rejuvenate. Enemy seen. Teleporter manifested. Adjusting turret face. What's there? Enemy here. I think we're outnumbered. My sentry is offline.
Well, that was unfortunate.
I finished my project. Rasta cool gaya hai. Materialized. They have disrupted my plan. Adjusting turret phase. Constructing my teleporter.
Enemies
will
left
not
here.
lose focus. Teleporter
Enemy in
materialized.
sight. In top MN.
火雨神千。有机会。
Loading scrub.
Trusted my plan. Mindful. We must not be defeated yet.
Oh shit.
Placing a turret here.
Pausius Guardians.
Play of the game.
You didn't have to say easy. Hurts my feelings.
Reality bends to my will.
Wait, I hear my ult. I can't believe we didn't close it out here. As long as we don't blame me. Could life be like that? Cuba says 4 killed after U.S. boat violates territorial waters. Well, ain't that a pisser? The funny thing is, if they're U.S. citizens, there's going to be like this bitching and moaning from our State Department, like, you know, how dare you with the finger wagging. But if this story is accurate, these guys fired first on the Cubans, and Trump was just killing people who hadn't even attacking anybody. Like, these guys were just, even if we assume they were smuggling drugs, which they weren't, you know, he has no problem killing citizens of other countries. He kind of loses the high ground to bitch about, like, what is essentially like murder at high seas.
Choose your map.
The scary thing is Donald Trump is a sort of asshole to use this as like pretense for military action of his own. Like he would tweet on like fucking Truth Social, like, you know, the Cuban government, you know, murdered people and it's an attack on our values and freedom. So like turn it into a fucking war. Like he doesn't know how to de-escalate, and it's hopefully I'm going to talk about this with Gri1d1Motorsports. It's a fundamental problem of Trump is that he cannot de-escalate. Like he just, all he ever does is dig and dig and dig and dig and escalate and escalate and escalate. He's uniquely un-American.
From imperfection, we build a new world.
Like the way he conducts himself, you know, in office is just the antithesis to everything the founding fathers would have stood for. You know, I don't think the founding fathers, who had an issue with the Quartering Act, would be tolerant of mass agents of the government, you know, breaking into people's homes with rifles pointed at them. But I'm sure Grid will find some defense, or God willing, he'll say it's ridiculous, and maybe we can share a little spark of patriotism together. God willing. But patriotism is hard to find amongst Republicans these days. Like, Republicans genuinely hate the country. Their version of a patriotic America is totally isolationist and totally nativist. Oh. Oh, did I join the game late? I did. Like, even the motto, to make America great again, like, does a lot of disservice to the idea that America already is great. And that's the fundamental thesis of MAGA, is that, like, America's not great because it's too brown, it's too Muslim, it's too many immigrants, it's too unchristian, it's too gay, it's too feminine, you know, adio, adio, adio.
My sensor was destroyed. Group up with me.
What can I say?
Group up. Teleporter materialized. Turret materialized. I have opened the bar.
Come here, Sombra.
He's ready across the battle.
Oh, I hate this ult.
Sentry in position.
We're getting clowned on!
A chance to act on my observations.
Elon Omar is a treat at State of the Union, though. I loved it.
Enemy
Like,
seen.
Trump regularly says, like, just racist, inflammatory shit. Gets away with it. Faces literally no punishment ever for it. It's just ridiculous.
Yahi param vastavika hai. Placing a turret.
Meteor strike.
I have opened the bar.
Look for this.
This is an improvement. I am at the objective. We must take it quickly. Teleporter manifest. They have disrupted my plan. Double.
I am effervescent.
Teleporter materialized.
On the objective.
Objective A captured. Raksha Pranali Sandhya Karna.
I am accompanying the
Enemy here. रास्ता खुल गया है. Turret materialized. I have opened the bar. Over there. Sentry in position.
Yeah, I thought that was a little ambitious, personally.
Placing a turret here. Teleporter materialized. Enemy seen. My turret was demolished.
I'm on fire.
Raksha Pranali Sandhya Karna.
Tango spotted.
Aligning sentry
Tactical
position.
visor activated.
My sentry was destroyed. We must move with the payload. I have opened the bar. Enemy in sight. Enemy seen. Placing a turret here. Invading across the cluster. Activating Candela using. Enemy in sight. The payload has reached the chip. Sentry in position. Teleporter materialized. my turret.
GG. Easy. I shouldn't talk shit. Then I'm gonna get trounced myself.
Play of the game.
Oh, the jetpack cat hate. I wish that cat wasn't so goddamn cute. It's just evil. It's an evil, evil animal.
Select a map. Now traveling to Busan.
Something tells me, I don't know how productive. I think the few times I've spoken to Grid, it wasn't like particularly productive, but well, we'll see. But maybe, like, you know, that was on me and not him. Who the fuck knows?
Turrets here, turrets there. Placing turrets everywhere. My teleporter is online. Perhaps it's best if you reside.
The regions of Earth are so varied, but one human lifespan is not enough to see it all.
But ultimately, we're going to probably be talking about the State of the Union and
Our work begins. Teleporter taking.
oop, I lost my train of thought there.
Positioning turret. Repositioning. Placing a turret here. Enemy seen. I claim the objective. Your sentries are destroyed. Constructing my teleporter. Enemy here. We are outnumbered.
Oh, you got flapped.
Distributing turrets. Teleporter materialized.
You son of a bitch.
Turret. Sentry in position. Teleporter manifested.
Well, shit. What can I say?
A chance to iterate is always appreciated.
Oh, I ought to be playing a bit closer than I am anyway.
Enemy in sight. Enemy seen.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Jetpack cat.
Not me.
You're getting catnapped.
Sorry.
you know, I think the best. No, it was worth a try. Damn it! I shouldn't have fired that shot.
About time. मुझे अपनी योजना में
Diva,
काम को
boom,
ठीक
boom.
करना होगा। यही परम वास्तविकता है। Adjusting turret placement. وليهم قوتك. Systems in Teleporter manifested. They're attacking me.
Minor turret unlocked.
Excellent. Sentry in position. Enemy in sight. Constructing my teleporter. Enemy here. A constructive use of skills. Teleporter taking shape. Turret materialized. Teleporter manifested.
They're on the objective. Push them out.
Adaptive circuit engaged. Jetpack out.
यही परम वास्तविकता है। Outstanding. Teleporter materialized.
First round.
Woo. Okay.
Inside.
A little worried there.
Score 1-0.
The world is a dream not yet realized. They had this coming, so let's give it to them.
Hello there. You're doing a
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Prakash se jeeto. Teleporter taking shape.
Hello, kitty. Thank you.
Positioning turret. Rasta
The objective is now.
This is what I'm capable of. The wrong path.
Don't worry, I'll get it.
I am at the objective.
They still got Sombra? Yeah.
Pranali संरेखित कर. My sentry was destroyed.
Woo! Ah! Just outside of the bubble. That's just unfortunate.
The way is still open for me. Behold my
I'm
creation.
on fire.
Hey, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just run straight across and just put these on their spawn. I have a feeling we're gonna be having this fight a lot.
Over there. Activating defense array. There is always more to learn.
Get them up!
Aligning sentry positions.
That's ain't happening.
A volatile creation.
Okay, we're getting cooked here.
New revelation.
That was a teleport away, not fight through kind of moment there. Well, we could definitely be playing a little bit better than we're playing, if we're being honest.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
You in my sights.
Aligning sentry positions.
I'm having just the worst time.
A chance to iterate is always appreciated.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just... Back we go! Just the infinite stagger.
Have my thanks.
With each failure comes new perspective.
Where's it at?
Overtime.
I will not
Here's what it
lose
is.
focus.
Loss. Complete.
Okay. It's, we're gonna turn down the suck.
So, don't take it personally when I get the most kills, okay?
Good teamwork.
Good teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream
Let's
work.
get this mission started.
Over here.
That punch the cat is beginning to piss me off.
4, 3, 2,
See that goddamn cat everywhere. Sick of that cat.
capture the objective.
Teleporter materialized. The stars rejuvenate.
I see an enemy here.
We are in harmony.
The objective is
this fucking Roadhog again.
The way is still open for me. Behold my creation. The fast will jiven. Suspecting higher discharge. When you have the wedding.
Fuck's sakes!
New revelations have come to light. Constructing my teleporter. Apagando las luces. Placing a turret here.
Ah, this ain't work. God, we are so divided up here.
Is my plan. Yahi parambasta victahe. Just testing our technology. It's go time.
Fuck's sakes.
With each failure comes new perspective. I have opened the path. The start is jiven. My turret was demolished.
76, reporting for duty.
Positioning turret.
Well,
Teleporter take
that's interesting. I just discovered a new TP spot.
a chance to iterate is always
Think of how I could
appreciated.
exploit that angle. Cause I didn't know you could do this. Man, I was trying to test something, bitch.
Defeat.
I didn't know you could do that. Huh.
Play of the game.
Hmm. Oh, I never finished listening to this, did I? This was
If government actually
wild.
were to start like massively limiting free speech for people, you don't think that I think there would be an actual insurrection at that point. And I don't mean by the citizenry.
But
Just
okay,
notice
but hold on. So
You know, they have like the funniest disconnects when it comes to insurrections. When they look at things like Black Lives Matter protests or the anti-ICE protests themselves as like acts of insurrection, but overlook things like January 6th. It's purely because to them, the left represents like the idea of civil rights for people or the idea of liberalism for people itself represents an existential threat to their idea of America. Conservatives are fundamentally against the idea of change. January 6th was about preserving a structure of white supremacy. You know, maybe that's a level of psychoanalysis that maybe they'll say is unjustified. I feel pretty comfortable saying it.
okay, do you think that Vance is a greater threat to free speech than Trump then?
No, I'm saying by your guys' standard, saying Trump's a complete fucking retard and Vance is way smarter than him, and Vance would actually, let's say Trump's paving the way for Vance, right?
Okay, no, I understand. I know what you're saying. I'm asking by your standard, though.
By my standard, no.
So who is worse than for free speech, Trump or Vance? By your standard.
I don't think either of them are really like. If you're between the two of them,
Neither of them are better, are a threat to free speech. Neither of them are. Yeah.
maybe Vance because he's actually a little more like based in his theology because he's at least he's a Catholic. So like he would have the view that he has like
What is
divine
it about
command.
like
I don't know.
young people being Catholics where they're just
But
like
like I don't
assholes?
think Trump would necessarily make the same claim.
I would say the Democrats.
Well, no, the question was
Like,
between
that's
Trump
the
and
law.
Vance. So like if I had to actually think about it, maybe
I said what I said.
I mean, okay.
But
fair
I
enough.
still don't think either of them are actually that much of a threat to free speech.
And you also don't think that
Like
you
Donald
you don't think
Trump,
that Biden
like,
is either, right?
let's just think of this on a different level. Hang on, we're gonna pause this shit.
Who do you think was?
Like, Rusmea Ozturk gets straight up grabbed on the street by several men, you know, who are not identifying themselves as officers, right? Just being whisked out of the country because she wrote in her student newspaper. There's no world where anything Joe Biden did represents a greater threat to free speech than that, if we're really being honest. Which we're not. This is a clown world we live in. We're not honest. Yeah, I'll turn this Destiny shit.
From imperfection, we build a new world.
From imperfection, we build the new world. Did I get chat banned? Am I lagging?
5, 4,
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Teleporter materialized. Group up.
What did they do? How did they disable chat?
Sentry in position. They broke my turret. Aligning sentry positions. My condition is improved. I have opened the bar. Adjusting turret placement. Quite an effective placement. Enemy in sight. Teleporter taking shape. Sentry in position. Stop them from pushing the barricade. Evidence of my success.
Oh, I can't believe I died. I hate that hero.
The enemy's taken.
It's like a fire Moira. I don't even know how you would describe that hero.
With each failure comes new perspective. Removing the barricade. Constructing my teleporter. Aligning sentry positions. I've got the robot. Let's move. Behold my creation.
I'll protect you. Pushing on ahead.
Group up. Group up here. I have opened the bomb.
Reverse the tide!
Parambasta Victor
Let's get it back!
They have disrupted my plan. Teleporter manifested.
Well, that was a fuck up on my part. I didn't even see him. I got like red colorblind.
Have nearly matched our progress. Teleporter taking shape.
Stop them.
Wait, what am I doing? Ah! Yeah, we're getting away from that shit. Bro!
New revelations have come to light. Placing a turret here.
Eyes on a target.
Teleporter materialized. Delightful.
Let's move, big guy.
Turret materialized. Constructing my teleporter. My turret remains. Targeting hostile. Behold my view. Your presence will not be missed. Constructing my teleporter. Sentry in position. Retribution comes! Turret materialized. We are outnumbered. Behold my
That wasn't too bad.
My plan was going so
I'm
smoothly.
just a left click warrior here.
रास्ता खुल गया है.
They have the robot.
60 seconds remaining.
Aligning sentry positions.
Find one here.
Oh no, oh no! We didn't hold. Thought we'd contest a little better than we just did.
I will not lose focus.
We in fact did not.
Reverse the time.
Oh, I should have saved that. I should have absolutely saved that. Alright, we just gotta be good. I'm hearing things.
Sentry in position.
We can win this shit.
Well,
Get him away from the robot.
Play of the game.
JD Vance launches into a war on fraud by suspending Medicaid payments to Minnesota. Let's say what this is. This is the President of the United States using the institutions of government to deny one particular state with a party that he opposes, and on that pretense alone, to deny them medical care. Like, we're not going to help these Americans. Pause on federal Medicaid reimbursements to Minnesota. I can't wait for Susan Collins to have some very serious concerns about this. We have decided to temporarily halt certain amounts of Medicaid funding that are going to the state of Minnesota in order to ensure that the state of Minnesota takes its obligation seriously to be good stewards of the American people's tax money. Not like the Republican Party, who are obviously great stewards of the American people's tax money. Well, I think we should add that to the list of things that me and Motorsport talk about. I think it's relevant that the United States government is just denying Medicaid to a single state in the union.
Hello?
God, Scary Movie 2 is a dope movie. I got that out of my system. Let's listen to the Destiny thing, I suppose.
Smarter, wait, who do you think is smarter, Trump or Biden?
I would. Yeah, I would say Trump's
Trump,
still smarter than Biden.
What? How?
Trump is smarter than Biden.
Dude, I
What
watched
are you talking
Biden.
about, Destiny Biden?
You realize Trump
I
fell down the
watched
stairs
Biden
too,
be a
right?
doddering idiot for 4 years and
No,
constantly mumble and
Biden
make shit that
fell
make
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait.
stairs.
Biden was a bowling idiot. Can you tell me the last intelligent thing you heard
no,
Donald Trump
how did
say
he
in the
fall
past
up the stairs?
5
He defied
years?
physics.
5 years of him being president? I'm just curious. What's one insightful thing that he said? What's one thing that he said?
If you're telling
I don't
me,
look at my presidents.
the
I don't look at my
For
presidents
intelligence?
on these kinds of things.
Okay.
No, for these kinds of for like intellectual guidance. No, I don't look to the president for that.
I don't look to the president for intellectual
being
guidance.
destroyed, basically. I look to my president.
Why
to
the
make sure
fuck
that
would you
I-
like?
you know, that
being
I'm
intelligent is like.
Like, it's just a weird thing to admit out loud. It's like, I want leadership that is dumb. I don't look for intelligence in a leadership as an odd position to have, but that's where we're at.
Like a part of that, knowing how to navigate like a leadership environment, picking people who are trustworthy.
Yeah, I would still say that I think Trump's far more intelligent than Biden was, because at the very least, Trump was at least a successful businessman.
He wasn't. I don't know what you get. Well, he was a successful TV star, but.
Sure, he ran a business though doing that, made
Okay.
money doing that.
Yeah, The Apprentice, sure. But Biden was a successful politician, and the president is a politician.
I
And
know,
a movie
he
star.
didn't want to see his kids in a racial jungle.
Not
I mean,
a-
he was
not
so
a-
smart. He contradicted
I
himself.
don't know what that has to do with anything. Donald Trump wanted to have the Central Park Five all executed after they were acquitted by a judge. So I don't know if you want to play that game. We can play that game, but
Yeah, Trump using rhetoric.
Trump
always
using
used
rhetoric.
that wasn't Trump
Wait,
using
why
rhetoric.
is it
That was
when
like in
Biden
the
says it's
80s, 90s. This is
racism, when
before
Trump
he was even,
says it's using
like a
rhetoric?
political person,
No,
but
he
that's okay.
still used a lot of rhetoric back then. He was always that kind of a person on TV.
What does
Okay, so
using
the reason
rhetoric mean? Is that like a fancy way of saying you say shit with no responsibility? What does that the fucking mean?
No, like you just say off the cuff shit.
That's not using rhetoric. That's called being a retard. But dipshits like you
Sure,
excusing it for some reason.
Okay, I want to hear what Dev has to say. Dev, go ahead.
So the reason I ask this is because the debate prompt is Trump the greatest threat to free speech that we've seen in a generation? And you don't seem to think that Trump is, but you also don't seem to think that Biden was either. Like, you don't seem to think that Obama was. Like, I don't know what you're doing
What
here.
is?
Okay, so can I ask the question? So the reason why I'm having a little bit of trouble answering the question, I think you'll understand my position if I explain it, is because I'm trying to understand, is the question like things that they want to do, or like have the capacity to do so, like based on their intelligence and their know-how of the law and stuff?
Maybe things that they're doing.
Question is, does the president have the capacity to suppress free speech? Seriously.
This was not.
Okay, so things that they're actively doing.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that Biden was more of a at least the Biden administration was more of a threat to free speech than the Trump administration.
How?
I don't think that Biden was necessarily even really the head of his own administration, because he didn't really.
How? Wait, how? What is your example? How is he more of a threat? How is his administration more of a threat?
I watched Biden perform Roombas on stage,
How
dude.
is he the administration more of a threat?
How is the administration more of a threat? By establishing parts like different government official. I can't fucking. God damn it, words are hard.
He has no idea.
By establishing different groups within the government, especially with the DHS of the Disinformation Governance Board. I'm sorry, I don't want the government ever making a board to censor information like that. I don't like, because the problem is you gotta like, okay, like if Trump were to make a group called like the Disinformation Governance Board, for example, where we're going to censor different disinformation coming from, you know, people in the media and stuff like that, wouldn't you think that that would be like a massive threat to? How the fuck are you? Who are you to decide what is mis and disinformation?
Isn't that what Donald Trump does every single day? He goes on to TV and he claims that all of the ICE protests are massively funded by George Soros, or when he claims that there was mass election fraud in 2020 with no evidence, or like, doesn't Donald Trump try to rewrite history constantly?
Hold on. Does Trump believe those things?
Okay.
I just answer the question honestly. Does he actually believe that that's the case?
No.
Which one doesn't he believe?
He doesn't believe in any of them. He has no evidence for any of them, so I don't think he believes in any of them. But then you're going to say, how can you read his mind?
No, that's not what I was saying. Do you have evidence for every single belief that you hold? And do you think most people have evidence for every single belief? Like, let me ask something. Do you think that
if
most
I was
Christians...
going to go out and proclaim something in front of the country that somebody was doing a whole bunch of crime or fraud, you better fucking believe I would have evidence of it. Yes.
Destiny, do you think that Christians believe in God?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think that most Christians and honestly,
Hold on, actually, wait. Do you think that before you say something in front of the country, before you start making sweeping, broad accusations, that you should have evidence for those claims?
Yeah, I think you should. Sure.
Did Donald Trump have any evidence of mass protesters being paid or of mass election fraud in the 2020 election?
I can grant that you should have evidence.
Did Donald Trump have any evidence that he presented to the American people that mass protesters are being paid by some Soros-like foundation, or that there was mass fraud in the 2020 election?
I can just say no because it doesn't matter. To
then
the
he
point that I'm
didn't.
trying to make.
So then he probably should have. Probably irresponsible to do that.
There were questions around that.
No, we're not talking about questions. Sorry, we're not in a retard world. We're the president of the United States. You have access to more investigatory power than any other agency on the entire fucking planet. You need more than just questions. Sorry.
I can just grant that. I can grant that.
Then he shouldn't have done that.
Irresponsible and that he shouldn't have done it.
Exactly. Cool.
Sure.
Awesome. Cool.
Sure, he shouldn't have done it.
Cool.
But hold on, if he doesn't have evidence, he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But does he actually believe it?
How would I ascertain that?
Based on actions that he takes after the statement.
Okay, so the fact that he asked his attorney general to investigate these things, his deputy attorney general, President or Vice President Pence, the fact that he was asking people to investigate these things, and when they came back to him, they said, we investigated it, we found nothing, but he continues to repeat the same bullshit claims over and over and over again, that's what leads me to believe that he didn't ever actually believe in them.
No.
Maybe he distrusted them.
I would argue against that. I would argue against that. He must strongly have believed in it, because if you were like adamant that this must have taken place and you were completely convinced,
then how could you ever if that's what you're going to say, then how could you, if that's what you want to say, then how could you ever prove, yeah, keep filibustering, you retarded fuck, keep filibustering, you drunk fucking dipshit. Your mom was drinking alcohol, not eating Advil or Tylenol, okay? The question is, I'm asking a very clear question. I'm asking a very clear question, super clear question. How do you prove that Donald Trump was lying? How can you ever know that then? If you can't use any information about any of the information about him, around him, how can you prove that he was lying?
I never made that.
Oh, yeah. Cool, hi. Yeah, that Steelborn guy is going to do a lot of pivoting. He doesn't have anything useful to say, unfortunately.
No, I said you can't prove, you can't actually prove the intent.
You can't prove anybody's state of mind ever. So we can just never speak to anybody's state of mind ever.
No, you could do this by like at least seeing what he says in private versus in public, where he's always maintained this consistent position of he thinks the election was stolen.
I'm critiquing your claim here, Destiny. One sec. I'm critiquing your claim. You're the one that claimed that just because the Trump got these guys to investigate, and when they came back with the things, he continued on and kept exploring down that avenue. You said that must prove that he was lying, but that doesn't prove that could also prove that he was just so convinced that he kept pursuing it.
Okay, wait. Do you guys know that on Lex Friedman, Trump said that he lost?
Yeah, he did officially, according to the official report, he did lose the election. That doesn't mean he doesn't believe that it was stolen.
So wait, do you think that it might be possible that Trump is suffering from psychosis, that he's delusional? Because what do you call it if you have a fixed belief that it doesn't change, regardless of you losing 63 court cases, regardless of every single investigatory body around you saying that there is no evidence? If all of these people are saying there are none, and the only thing saying that there is some evidence are crazy videos on YouTube, is there a chance that Trump might just be fucking insane?
Or he could just be wrong.
Well, then you can make the case for every single married person across the country.
Good one, Mr.
But there's no evidence this person's going to live the rest of life.
How could you ever prove? How could you ever prove then ever, or how could you ever know with any degree of certainty? How could you ever know with any degree of certainty that somebody's just lying to you? If they maintain the lie constantly, then you're just always going to assume.
Munchausen's trilemma. Like the whole certainty is like 100% absolute, like without a shadow of a doubt.
No one's looking for 100% certainty. We don't operate at 100% certainty. We ascertain people's states of mind all the fucking time.
We're just saying that Trump could have been convinced.
I'm not asking for could have. Yeah, there's a 1% chance maybe, but it's far more likely that he's just lying.
What's your evidence for that?
The fact that he was told by all of the people he asked to investigate that there was no fucking fraud, and then he chose to continue on with the same debunked claims anyway. It's probably evidence that he's just lying.
He could have been convinced.
Convinced and all these things that just so happen to benefit him.
As the famous atheist quote, hold on, I remain unconvinced by the evidence that you've presented.
Then why did he ask them to do the investigation anyway?
Habibi.
Okay.
Wait. Why would he ask them to do the investigation if he wasn't going to believe them unless they gave him the answer that he wanted?
He could be suffering. Maybe it could be a confirmation bias thing. That could be one. Or
so he's delusional. So he's delusional. So he's delusional. Let's just say that. More than Biden was, right? He's delusional. He's delusional. Trump is crazy. That's fine. If that's your position,
sure, I'll just grant it.
Trump is crazy. Okay, cool. I'm good with that.
Okay, so the crazy guy is the biggest threat to free speech when everything he tries to do gets overturned or rejected. He's the biggest threat to free speech.
Not everything he tries to do, and you can do a lot of damage along the way. The tariffs just got overturned, but they've been in place for a year, so they're doing damage.
Hold on. How is tariff means he's the biggest threat to free speech?
No,
You can say maybe he's the biggest threat to the economy, but not free speech because of tariffs.
Hold on. You understand he's giving an example of how you can do damage.
He knows. He's just debate
you were
brewing.
eventually stopped from doing.
Yes, I know, but I don't understand how that what that has to do with his claim of he's the greatest threat to free speech.
He was answering one of your claims with that example. He wasn't speaking to the major overall claim that was being made.
Speaking of one of your claims, because again, I hang out in right-wing spaces. The things that you guys say do kind of ping my memory sometimes, so I dug this up from my files. You were talking about the Disinformation Governance Board under the Biden administration, right? What was your objection to that?
Yeah, I do believe it was late.
What was your objection to it?
I don't want the government ever deciding what's disinformation or misinformation. I'd rather be debated in the marketplace of ideas.
How does the CDC approve drugs? Or the FDA approve drugs?
That can be empirically demonstrated.
Oh my god, but misinformation can't be?
If you can actually demonstrate that the information is false, then you can make a public statement saying this is false. Not if you say false shit because you believe it, therefore we're going to censor you. You can just say this guy's okay. The community notes aspect of X I think is far better for actually determining what's misinformation.
Who did the Biden admin censor?
What?
Exactly.
No,
Sorry,
I'm saying the concept behind that.
Yeah, I understand the concept. So, do you know what the Disinformation Governance Board actually was?
Well, they were monitoring stuff online, but they weren't actually censoring stuff themselves. But did you see how
he even knew? You see how he knew the answer to that, but he brought it up hoping that you would. Nice.
No, I hoped you guys would know what was going on with the Disinformation Board. I know that you guys have vast knowledge.
I had to be reminded. I had to be reminded. So yeah, its primary purpose was to monitor foreign states like Russia, China, Iran, and then also terrorist groups, human smuggling organizations, and basically to kind of sniff out the propaganda of these foreign organizations. But also, they were what is known as an advisory board of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. An advisory board is a non-binding board, meaning that they will do research, they will bring information to the DHS, and the DHS will choose to act on it or not. So it wasn't a censorship board.
And I'm saying it is a censorship board. I'm saying the idea of the government ever establishing...
Well, then how is it a threat to free speech?
Because the government getting to establish what's disinformation is not the way to go about censoring information. It's not even. I don't think you should really censor information.
They didn't censor anything. Also, why wouldn't we want the government that has access to more resources than any other single entity in the entire planet? Why wouldn't we want them to have some investment in protecting us from people blatantly fucking lying to us, especially actors in other countries?
Because there's such thing as a noble lie.
Okay, just real quick. If you were so concerned about this Disinformation Governance Board, you do realize that it shut down in 3 months because both right-wingers and far left-wingers screamed so fucking loudly about it on the internet that it lost all credibility and it was immediately closed down?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And it was somehow a greater threat to free speech than Trump?
No, I didn't say. No, I'm saying the concept of having the government regulating information is what I think is a massive, much more of a threat to free speech.
Well, sure, but that's not what this was.
I know that's not what this was. I'm saying the concept behind it, and could that concept be brought forward? Because I'm saying the concept of that, like you could get.
Let me ask you, Steelborn. Okay, we've had reports, and assuming these reports are true, of the DHS subpoenaing people who are critical of ICE, and subpoenaing the Facebook and X and Google and Gmail for their personal information to get their names, addresses, and access to their emails and DMs and social media. Do you think that is a threat to people's free speech?
Yeah, but that's also why I was against that's why I'm against the Patriot Act, and I think that
it's
also
not as to the Patriot Act. Why did you back up to something more general when there's a specific action that Donald Trump took?
Hey, hold on. Did Donald Trump take this?
Yes, well, Donald Trump's DHS is doing this now.
I would like lose my shit if I was this with this guy.
Okay, can you demonstrate that the orders came from Trump?
It's so fucking good.
Okay,
look, if you can demonstrate the orders came from Trump, then I'll say he shouldn't have done that.
No, because they just kind of went, okay, so like if the Republicans are in charge, then it's Republicans DHS. You just made that association. So
the difference is that Republican. Yes, the reason
when Trump was impeached the second time for his speech. Yeah, so when Trump was impeached for his speech, like was that a chilling effect for free speech?
Hopefully, a chilling effect on inciting insurrections. Hopefully.
But it was a speech.
So is your mom.
We can
And we're talking about like, remember when like the whole thing of like we had the sad music, the rain on the music.
Yeah, I'll just grant you. I'll just grant you that some of the censorship towards right wingers and towards Trump was chilling to free speech. My argument, and I think the argument that is being made,
I'm not granting what he just granted. Just to be clear, I'm not doing that. But
that is far less chilling than Trump's DHS, whom he appointed, staffed, and set policies for, is going after private citizens for being critical of the government and subpoenaing for their information to de-anonymize them, and in some cases sending the FBI to their door. Like one gentleman who wrote a judge asking for clemency or mercy for an asylum seeker. 5 hours after he did that, federal agents came to his door to investigate him. That is far more chilling because it affects more people, and it is a matter of policy by the state rather than policy of a corporation.
But do you not see that it's far more chilling that there's a faceless entity that is both impeaching the president and like just causing more and more.
Who has more power, the
scenarios.
government of the United States or Facebook?
An impeachment is a thing
Whatever
that all
entity
of
can
Congress
control
has
the-
to
the-
like.
the
There's
government of the
you
United
need
States.
majorities in Congress to do these things, not just a single person.
Yep.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Is like what I've been trying to point to is the actual system, the system that like I said that like even if you make the claim against Trump that he's a retard, he can't even tie his own shoelaces, that he somehow managed to become president. That is it not a flawed system?
Why do you keep misunderstanding this?
One sec, to bring it back.
Why do you keep
I'm not
misunderstanding this?
I'll bring it back to the point. You were the one that made the claim it was
diagnosed
Trump's
retarded,
DHS, which
or
means
is this just like a
because
thing you
Trump's
like a
in
play you
power,
put
that
on,
means
or?
it's Trump's responsibility of the DHS. So now you're going to then back out and say, no, it's not actually the system, it's just Donald Trump.
The difference,
Well, how can Donald Trump even
because
get into the top of the
when you're talking
system in
about
the
the
first
system
place?
or whatever, the difference is that Donald Trump himself uniquely, and by the way, this is one of the issues that everybody has with Donald Trump, is Donald Trump uniquely says that he can order every single person in every single department to do whatever he wants to do exactly. That's a unique thing with Donald Trump that other presidents haven't done historically. It's considered not good. So when Donald Trump tells his attorney general to prosecute somebody, that's the thing that presidents typically don't do. You're not supposed to do that as president. Donald Trump's decided to start doing that. So that's one of the reasons why we hold him more accountable for what his agencies do than maybe even other presidents have passed, because he's wanted to take the reins directly on all of them, and he says as much publicly.
Yeah, so instead of being one person, so you actually have a name, you have basically a faceless amalgamation of whoever was in the room when that thing was being signed. Was like that was basically the discussion that was being had. So you don't know actually who's coming up with the ideas or who's pushing the narrative or trying to direct the outcome.
Do you think you cooked hard with that one? Do you think you were serving it up
Do you
there?
think they merged all
When
together
it
like
comes
an
down to
Akira
if
or
a group
something?
makes a decision, how do you understand or how do you find out who's actually solely responsible? With Trump, you have an individual, so you're able to make the claims. Oh, Trump is the evil one, and then when we say it's actually the system. He's like, no, because
I think
like
we should just.
people-
I think we should get rid of Congress. Just have one person make all the decisions, so that we can always see who's doing it. That would be based, right?
No, what I'm saying is your critique fundamentally.
That's what I'm
boils down to
saying.
the
No,
fact
I'm
that it's
agreeing
like
with
it's
you.
Trump
Actually,
that's
you
the one that's
totally
making
changed my mind on all forms of representative democracies or having boards or whatever. You just have one person in charge of things, and then you always have a face
your
to
fundamental
it.
complaint is it's an individual telling someone what to do rather than a group of individuals telling someone what to do.
Yeah, you're right. That's why we should have one person charging everybody with everything. Just one person doing it all.
Okay, so just real
you're
quick.
not willing to
Hold on.
concede at
So,
all
just
that
wait.
impeachment.
I just
is
conceded the
free
whole
speech.
argument. I
But
just
the
said
chilling
that
effect of
one
free
guy
speech.
should make
With
all
Trump
the choices,
losing a
and that would
lawsuit.
be
One
the
sec, one
base.
sec.
I have no idea when Grid's gonna get here. God willing, it's soon.
Traveling to Nepal.
Babe, the answer is no to all of them.
No, all what? Oh.
I could swear I ate some body of Christ once.
Body of Christ.
I could swear I did.
Dang, they didn't even baptize you?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to hell.
From imperfection, we build a new world.
You're just gonna have to decide if you love God more than you love me. Because I'm gonna be burning for all eternity. So are you gonna go with the guy that's burning me for all eternity? It's him or me, babe.
Nah, we'll have to try to go get there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Adjusting turret placement. Foe is here. My sentry was destroyed. Enemy here. Turret materialized. Teleporter materialized.
This son of a bitch.
Such a lack of awareness. I am restored.
Let the flames consume me.
Teleporter manifested.
Making a point. If anyone's wondering.
Positioning turret. रास्ता खुल गया है.
There's fire.
Sentry in position. They have disrupted my plan. Behold my exceptionality. Turret materialized. My sentry is offline. यही परम वास्तविकता है.
I hate this hero. But maybe it's just because I don't understand him yet.
Let him take the point.
New revelations have come to light. Over here. Enemy seen. Aligning sentry positions. रास्ता खुल गया है. यही परम वास्तविकता है. Retribution comes. Time for the reckoning. Behold my creation. Raksha Pranali Sanghavita. Waleem the Widic. Sentry destroyed. Teleporter taking shape. Prakash the Jivaya. Teleporter materialized. Reloading. Teleporter taking shape. Yahi parambasta vistahe.
Well, it's looking pretty bad.
Best round lost. Score 0-1.
You know, you were the best roommate I've ever had.
Dude, what is wrong with my communication shit?
The other two went to bed at appropriate times.
4 a.m. is perfectly appropriate if you're working on a great idea.
Okay, I wonder what's up. It was like, they get chat banned?
Round 2. Capture the objective. Enough of this.
Raksha Pranami. Teleporter materialized. Over here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If I...
The way is still open for me.
Watch your back.
With each failure comes new perspective. Positioning turret. Enemy in sight. Constructing my teleporter. Sentry in position. They outnumber us. Teleporter manifesting. Aligning sentry positions. I have opened the bar.
وليهم قوتك.
Teleporter taking shape. We are outnumbered. Yahi parambasta vistahe. Yahi parambasta vistahe.
Well, we got trounced. Okay, did I get banned from chat or something? Oh, I got chat banned? How long am I chat banned for? Bruh. Alright. Let's see if I can get this shit to work. I don't know if this webcam's gonna even work. I have serious issues getting this webcam to work. It always freezes up, but we can try it. It like never works. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I disable an OBS. Let's see. Yeah, it's always the same shit. Yeah, the webcam is just not gonna work. Alright, whatever. It is what it is. My friend, can you hear me? Hang on, I'm not hearing you. Uh-oh. Let's see. Am I doing something wrong here? I can't hear him. Settings. Video. No. Ooh, dark mode. Yeah, let's do that. My eyes be less cancer. I wonder if he's got me muted. I don't know how this thing works, to be honest. Shit. Hang on. Video capture device. What is disable this, right? Remove. Because I don't use that anyway. Let's try that again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's just find my OG pick then. Yeah, there we go. Let's just do that. Is it uploading? I wonder if homie knows I can't hear him. Okay, how do I... Oh, you should be fine. Okay, let me reset permissions, maybe? Oh, yeah. Okay.
An interesting turn to my week happened yesterday as I was perusing the internets. Thing popped up on Facebook. Not I don't use Facebook that often anymore. It's kind of a trash heap, but it's good for some things. And so I have no idea how I got this specific alert, but a plane that I used to fly a lot, 85 Romeo Whiskey, went down yesterday, crashed. Pilot's okay. It looks like what it was a solo flight cross country, where the guy flew out and flew back and apparently didn't bother to check his fuel levels, or maybe he was on the wrong tank or something. And we'll know when the report comes out. But at any rate, went down. Could have put it in a field, but missed a field by looks like about 50 feet and ended up in some trees. I think I might have some pretty excellent pictures of it. I'll dig those out later, and we'll be talking about that. Well, I'll at least throw the picture up, But yeah, it's I've got a lot of hours in that airplane, and it's gone now. It's gone for good.
Can you hear me yet?
No more airplane.
Or am I muted?
Can you hear me now there,
I hear you.
LSP?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? Hello,
Can I hear
hello.
You now is more important.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me? What?
You can hear me.
Let's not do this again.
I can't hear you. So if you've already selected your audio out, you may have to go out and come back in, and then check your settings.
Not found. All right, let's try it again. Okay, we're gonna try again. Okay, is it working now? I hear you. Do you hear me?
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. It does suck, but...
Hello?
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
Wow, I am so zoomed in on this screen. I'm sorry. I've never used the slab thing like this.
Yeah, it can be a little daunting the first time.
Did I hear you used to fly airplanes?
Yeah, actually, I was just one of the airplanes that I flew. I've got a lot of hours. I'm about to throw a picture of it up on the screen. Went down yesterday. It crashed. It looks like a student pilot. It's one of the airplanes I flew in my training.
Did you fly in the Air Force? Like, what did you do?
No. I'm a private pilot.
Oh,
I just fly for the fuck
that's
of it.
cool. Is it hard to get your license? Because I've played like this is like not the same thing, but I played like flight simulators and it's like, wow, I love this. I want to fly.
Yeah.
That's why it's like a dream.
Simulator a lot. I use an actual like a real flight simulator a lot.
Nice.
So this is the airplane that I've got. Man, I've got probably 25, 30 hours in this airplane.
That's unfortunate though.
It is. It went down pretty good there. Pretty good. So there you go. I was not flying it. It was another person flying it.
Is he okay or did he die?
He lived. I mean, walked away. Yeah, just walked away from it. Yeah, no problems. So, yeah. So yeah, good stuff. Are you on Wi-Fi by chance?
Does my mic sound like super shoddy?
No, but your profile picture is not coming through, and sometimes that just means you're lagging quite a bit. You don't have like a really wonderful connection. So
it's fine on my end, but I don't know how this site works.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, but it's fine. So we can hear you. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we need, you know. So, but yeah.
Let's see virtual background. Maybe I got a better screen avatar.
Have we spoken before? I feel like that you.
We've been on a few panels together.
I'm sorry?
We've been on a few panels together.
Okay.
We probably travel in the same circles. You and I both know Gibbs, I believe, for instance.
Oh, yeah. I like Gibbs.
Probably Prime Kai.
Gibbs is a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prime Kai.
Yeah, I was curious. Do you catch the State of the Union?
I got some of it. I didn't catch a lot of it. I've been very busy last week, and I was actually the reason I've been so busy is I was actually a little bit sick Friday, Saturday, and a good chunk of Sunday. So I wanted to catch all of the State of the Union, but unfortunately, I only really caught like a chunk of the middle. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go do other stuff. So I didn't get to say, like, apparently the opening was just fantastic and really like just amazing. And then the middle where I was I thought he did a pretty good, I thought he did a pretty decent job. And then I don't know what he did at the end of it.
Sometimes he comes across as presidential, and then other times it's like a light switch to a complete buffoon, in my opinion. But it was exhausting. It was like an hour, and it was more than an hour and a half. Like an hour and a half, I was like ready to tap out. It was like insane.
No, that's interesting. It's interesting you say that. So I have the same criticism for Biden and Obama. Mm-hmm. I don't think Obama was ever presidential at all. I felt like he felt like a mid-tier banker that I wouldn't trust to get a car loan from. And Biden was always like he was like the guy that never clocks in at work. Like he's just sits behind his desk and asks, where's his stapler? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you probably don't. You never saw the movie Clerks, but
yeah, I have.
Have you? Oh, so you get the stapler reference, right? So
I'm a dinosaur, I promise.
All right, cool. So I can't ever say that Biden was ever presidential. Not one time, not one thing he's ever done would have made me think that's the president of the United States. But yet Trump, every time I see him speak, he's presidential. Whether or not you like his language or what he's saying, that's always a matter of opinion, but or not opinion necessarily. But
it's like telling somebody quiet piggy. That's presidential to you?
I'm sorry?
Telling somebody quiet piggy, that's presidential to you?
Quiet piggy?
Yeah, a reporter. If he tells a reporter. Yeah.
Be quiet piggy. Yeah, I could see that. Especially in modernity, right? Like, I mean, so here's the thing. If Thomas Jefferson said something like, be quiet, swine, would that be a problem for you?
I don't know. It depends on the context. It's not like Trump.
Sure,
I mean, Trump's
right,
Trump's not in like this fierce political battle. He got a question from a reporter he didn't like, so he's like quiet piggy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. These are not like.
Okay,
I don't know what like situation it would be okay with Jefferson. Like if he was doing that to reporters, I probably wouldn't feel good about it.
This is my test for this, right?
Sure.
Would I do it? And if I would do it,
I think that's a good question. Would you tell somebody who asks you a question, quiet piggy?
if they were rude about it, I absolutely would.
Was that reporter rude about it?
I feel like they were. Maybe you don't, but maybe I do.
Why did you feel they were rude about it?
I'm actually drawing a kind of a blank on her exact question, but I would assume that she was rude because Trump just doesn't do that. Like he's a consummate politician, business
deal maker. He insults
like,
people all the time. What do you mean?
He does it specifically. He does it on purpose. He doesn't do it without reason.
Okay.
Would you disagree with that?
Yeah. Give me a second though. Let me get the question. Lucy was asking Trump about recently released emails from deceased sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, specifically one where Epstein claimed that Trump knew about the girls. So there's a claim from the Epstein files that Trump knew about the girls, and he's being asked a question about it by this reporter, and that's when he says quiet piggy.
Was that the topic at hand, though?
I don't know what the topic was. It could have been at a presser.
Yeah, right. So this is my recollection is.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Just real quick. If it wasn't, that would make it okay to tell somebody quiet piggy?
Yeah, I think
Why?
so. Do you not?
No, I don't. I think it's rude because it's rude. It just makes it seem like you have something to cover up. It makes it seem like you're afraid to answer the question. It makes you seem rude, belligerent. And when you're president and you're being asked about a sex crime you're implicated in, it just seems unpresidential.
And you're just talking over me. That's very interesting. So is there any situation where you think that it would be acceptable to say quiet piggy to a reporter who's being rude and interrupting you?
As president, no.
I'm sorry?
As president, no.
Okay. Well, then we'll never disagree. We'll never agree on that because I think that people are people, and a president being rude to someone is irrelevant to me.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, I guess I come at this from a completely different perspective. My president's supposed to be a role model for people. You know, I don't want it to be the case that he establishes a standard that people watch and this man behaved like a child, and they come away with the idea that it's okay to resolve your issues by calling people names, telling them to shut up. I mean, a big problem in America today. A big problem in America today is like how insanely divided America is.
This is an insane.
Just to be clear, though, you're interrupting me now in my answer.
I am because you're going on a diatribe, and I want to stop you before you get too far off subject. This is an insane parallax.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that Trump's verbiage is poor, and yet you call people names all the time.
Okay.
Why is it okay?
I'm not president of the United States.
So
if I was president of the United States, that would be a bit different. Yeah.
Is he a human being? So you're expecting the president?
I expect the president to be higher than a human being. I expect the president to be a president.
Oh, really?
So, yes, I expect my president to act like a president.
So, all right. So So hold on. Before I proceed, I'm going to make an assumption. Tell me if I'm wrong. That you voted for Biden and thought Biden was the right choice, and you probably voted for him. You would have voted for him again had he been anywhere near competent, which he wasn't. But we all knew it. In the second term,
I would have voted for Biden. To answer your question, before you go on your own diatribe, yes.
You voted for Biden. I don't want to make an assumption here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you think Biden was in any way presidential?
Yeah, I don't think Biden was like rude or belligerent to the degree Trump is. Trump makes racist, gross.
To the degree Trump is. Okay, so you agree
to the
Biden
degree.
was rude and belligerent?
No, I don't. What evidence do you have Biden was rude and belligerent? What instance was Biden being rude and belligerent?
I'm not coming.
You're drawing a blank because that's what I mean. Like, if we needed to, I could pick example after example of Donald Trump being rude, belligerent, sexist, gross. Like, there's so many examples of that. You couldn't think of one for Biden while you're trying to nitpick the idea that he's rude and belligerent. It's just wrong.
That's because I don't care about Biden. I never.
Okay, why did you just bring him up? You just asked that question. Why did you tried to call me a hypocrite? Said I voted for Joe Biden, even though Joe Biden was rude and belligerent. That was the thread you were trying to go down.
Dude, calm down. Calm down. Take it down a notch.
I'm just heading off your argument where you're going because you don't seem to realize where you're going.
Bro, you can't even answer a simple question without going to level 11.
I is level 11? I asked you a question. Like, what would example do you have that Joe Biden was rude or belligerent?
Yeah, I can't think of one, but I'm asking you: had he been that way, would you have had a problem with it?
No, I would. Yes, I would have a problem with Biden being rude or belligerent. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and I can't remember. I just didn't pay enough attention to Biden's presidency. I just didn't give a shit because he wasn't the guy in charge. He obviously was fucking phoning that shit in because he couldn't even walk up steps of an airplane. That's fine.
Have you ever seen those clips of Donald Trump being handed executive orders and then being explained what those executive orders are?
I have not seen those clips.
Would you like to watch one? Yeah, let's watch one together.
You got one?
Yeah. And here's a challenge for you when I bring this up. I'm going to challenge you. Can you find me one of Joe Biden getting handed an executive order and then having explained what it is as he's doing it?
No, because I don't think I could find a clip of him being handed an executive order. We know that most of them were signed by the auto pen. So, I mean, that's a huge scandal in and of itself. So I wouldn't even bother.
Hasn't Trump signed things with auto pen?
No.
Really? You don't think Trump signed anything with auto pen?
I don't think he signed anything with an auto pen.
Has Trump signed anything with auto pen? Let's find out. I'm pretty sure Trump has.
I don't think
Donald Trump has used the auto pen during his presidency, a common practice among U.S. presidents for handling high-volume, routine correspondence. Key details. I mean, we can go over this, but he's been handing auto pens for a while.
Well, executive orders. Has he signed? Because, every time I see him sign an executive order, it's at his desk with an actual pen.
Oh, okay. So you just don't believe executive orders unless it's being provided like in a clip to you? Do you ever look up the clips?
I think that an executive order should not be signed by an auto pen. I just believe that. Do you not believe that?
I don't really care. I don't really care. I think as long as you can establish the president's intent, I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, so I don't think Biden knew what he was signing at all, ever.
Okay. Oh, just give me a second so we can find the clip, please.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm waiting. But while we're doing that,
are all like full clips.
Are you a full-on leftist? Are you what do you consider yourself?
A patriotic American liberal.
Important signing. So
patriotic American liberal.
Yeah, somebody who firmly believes in the Constitution, like the First Amendment, and has an issue with Trump sending mass men to deport them from the country over their speech.
Your mic's clipping because either your audio's bad or you're yelling into your mic because it's clipping, and I only get like every half a word.
Hang on.
Now it's better.
Let me just turn my audio up. There was some background noise earlier. No, I consider myself a patriotic liberal American. I'm a firm believer in the Constitution. And the damage Donald Trump's done to the Constitution, I think, is just, I don't know, it's anti-American.
Okay.
Here. You don't expect you to watch like the full 15 minutes.
Well, you see a commission appointing
I can find a clip.
You said, have I seen the
deputy
clips?
administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration, and since the
let me go. See if I can find one. What?
Signs I don't think this is a smoking gun that.
Yeah, you're right. Let me find your clip. Well, we can go on while I do this. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Just give me a second. There we go.
So you wouldn't disagree that Donald? Oh, I guess you find that behavior presidential.
Twice today.
Hang on, I'm just confused.
Hold on.
Quite an important signing, so we thought we'd let you watch. If we could, I'd ask Will to explain the first, but really more importantly, explain the second, and we'll start signing. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just 2 items for your signature today. The first is the formal commission appointing Chris Rochelot to be the deputy administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration. And since the
so he is supposed to be provided executive orders and having explained to him.
The administrator position is currently.
It just feels like you just did a total 180 from what your position was earlier.
No, I think that it's part of the way it's supposed to be is that they're supposed to explain what they're handing him, so he doesn't sign something that is slipped in there, right?
So why are they explaining it to him?
They're explaining it to the American public what he's signing.
Why isn't he explaining it? He's the one signing it.
I don't know. Maybe you could ask. But can we
find can we find an equivalent to Joe Biden being provided?
See if Obama did this.
Yeah, please find me a clip of Obama being provided an executive order and then having it explain to him what it is.
You say that this isn't common practice. I think it's common practice. I prove it's not.
I'm not going to prove it's not. I already proved Donald Trump is handed. Actually, you didn't claim this was common practice before. Actually, you took issue with me. You wanted me to find this clip. If you accepted this was common practice, you wouldn't actually have me find the clip for you.
Said signing by auto pen. Oh wait, I didn't knock him off, did I? Oh no.
I was providing that as an example that Donald Trump isn't there mentally in his presidency. Even he doesn't run his own presidency. He has to have people provide things for him and explain it to him. He's just a rubber stamp.
I don't. I'm going to disagree with you there, but that's fine.
Okay. I don't know, man. So just on the topic of State of the Union, I feel like I got a little derailed there. I think a major problem facing America today is like the unique levels of divisiveness we have. Like we are insanely divided in a way we haven't been, arguably since like the Civil War or Reconstruction. Like we're probably more divided than we've ever been. And Donald Trump is just the worst person to simmer down temperature. He does not ever de-escalate. Like, could you provide me an example of Donald Trump ever de-escalating?
How do you mean de-escalate? I mean, give me an example of where you feel like he did.
Well, like January 6th was this build up to violence where Donald Trump waited 3 hours before tweeting like, hey, go home.
Oh, yeah. Tom Fuller says he didn't sign the AEA. Oh, interesting. I think that's the auto pen act. But anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you there. Go ahead. I apologize.
Yeah, I was just giving examples of like things Donald Trump does where, for example, there was that news interview where he said violence on the left wing is like an existential threat to America, but violence on the right is righteous because it's responses to the left.
What violence on the right has there been?
Oh, well, there's the killing of the politician from Minnesota, for example, or the bludgeoning of Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Hold on. Which politician from Minnesota?
Melissa Hortman, a Democratic politician. And Trump
that
didn't.
Wasn't done by a right winger.
Yes, it was. It was done by a right wing Trump supporter.
It was done by someone who was a member of their staff that worked for both parties. Guy was not right wing, and he had like mental problems. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you just talking political talking points?
Okay, that was an example of right-wing violence. You can reject it if all you want. It's not. It's right-wing violence against a left-winger, and then right-wingers like Mike Lee made a meme out of it. You're denying this happened?
Okay, all right. Let's go with. I'll even say, all right, fine. That's one. All right. I see Tom.
The bludgeoning of Nancy Pelosi's husband with a hammer by a QAnoner, where then Trump was making jokes about it. You don't think that's escalatory?
I don't believe that guy was right-wing. And wasn't that guy like...
Okay, even if it wasn't right-wing, let's even just say it was just a random attack. You don't think Trump's making jokes about it is escalatory? Is that escalatory?
What joke did Trump make?
Asking, like, how's Nancy Pelosi's husband doing as a wink and a nod to the idea that he's gay? Or his son tweeting out a picture of underwear and hammer saying he's got his Nancy Pelosi Halloween costume.
Okay, so first of all, you're conflating Trump with wait, what just happened? Oh, never mind. Sorry, it was weird.
Here, I'm gonna send you something on Discord. I'd like you to put it on screen for me.
Why is this still up? All right, I'm on Discord. Yeah. Let's see. Open it.
And while you do this, I just want to go on another screen. Another problem America has, not just its unique divisiveness, that divisiveness is part because right America and left America live in two totally...
You're seriously... What?
Two totally different realities, and this is the example I'm talking about. Here's some evidence. And Melissa, by the way, you didn't put it on screen, but... Or at least I didn't see it.
I vet all evidence before I put it on a screen. I mean, I'm not an idiot.
Okay, well, just... Vance Bolter, the suspect accused of the assassination of House Speaker Melissa Hortman, had a documented history of voting in Republican contests and supporting Republican candidates. He voted Republican. He still got a long-time history of supporting Donald Trump, and he voted for him.
The Minnesota reformer is such a great source there. Do you have it from an actual source? Like,
no, I'm not gonna play this game of like fishing you a million sources. You can provide something that's counter evidence, but this is like no.
I don't believe that his long-term wait, hang on, I'll put it up there. Why is this not?
Wait, if I find you another source that says the same thing, are you gonna like switch your tune?
I got it up. I don't care about your source. It's fine.
Why'd you ask for a second source then?
Because I think this is a bullshit source.
Okay, so would a second source make a difference? If I gave you a different source,
it's not going to make a difference to me.
Then it doesn't matter what the source is. You just don't want to accept that this guy is Republican, despite evidence.
I'm going to read this. Yeah, viewer profile data gathered from the GOP data center confirmed the following: 2024 Republican primary voter voted in the Minnesota Republican presidential primary. Okay, that's fine. Supported for Donald Trump. Okay, sure. He was remember now he worked in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Political affiliation, while state records from 2016, 2020 lists his official affiliation as none or no party preference, his actions and peer accounts identified him as politically conservative and right-leaning. Ideology. Bolter held deeply religious views, was staunchly anti-abortion, and had a history of criticizing LGBT whatever identities. Okay, sure. Keep going. I'll give you that one. That's fine.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. As I was saying, like, so one of the problems also facing America. And this is like example. I think the episode we just had is like.
Hold on. That's one example. You said there were multiple examples.
Okay, I gave Nancy Pelosi's husband's bludgeoning as well as an example.
But that guy wasn't a right wing anything.
The QAnoner was not right wing.
No, he was not, and it was for a long time.
What was his political affiliation?
There's. I don't know, but I believe that there was suspicion that him and Mr. Pelosi had some kind of like dealings.
What evidence is there for that?
I don't know. That's why I said there were.
Well, if you don't know, why are you repeating it? Why are you throwing it out there if you don't know?
Because I also don't know that this Minnesota guy was actually a Republican or just decided that, hey, you know what? I'm a Christian now, and I'm going to go make this. I'm going to go kill this person who. For some reason that's not political.
Okay.
But keep going.
Here and you can.
A massive amount of what I'm looking for here. The problem and where I'm going with this is you can find individual small, like one or two examples of a right winger doing that. However, I can literally list the trans dude that shot up the school here in Nashville.
You mean the one with the Nazi tattoo?
He did not have a Nazi tattoo. You're an idiot. Don't do that. That's bad form. Literally basic pit.
Hang on. Can we put this on your screen, please? This tattoo, so we can evaluate it communally. The one with the Thunderbolt symbols in the skull. You're saying that's not a Nazi tattoo?
The trans dude that shot up the school in Nashville had a lightning tattoo. And their manifesto said that they were unhappy. They shot up a Christian school. You're going to claim that as a
okay? Can we, before we pivot, is that a Nazi tattoo or not? Like, can you show your chat, please?
There. Hang on, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to Discord.
No, I understand. It's cool.
I don't believe that that's the guy who shot up the Christian school in Nashville.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
That's not the guy who shot up the Christian school in Nashville.
Oh, no, this is the recent one. I'm sorry. I confused it with another trans shooter. This was the one that just happened. Chill, dog.
Again, we can keep going.
Democrats, okay, well, do you want to... Where do you want to... Yeah.
So the majority of violence that we see seems to come from the Democrat Party.
Like
maybe
what?
Not leftist. I'm not even going to say liberals.
What Democrats are committing violence?
Yeah.
Which Democrats are committing violence?
How far back do you want to go?
Let's say 2016. Which Democrats are committing violence?
you had, hang on, I don't prepare for this shit. I just kind of wing it.
Okay.
Let's see. We had 2016. That was, I believe the trans shooter in Nashville was in 2018. So we got to go back further than that. Well, I mean, obviously Chop Chaz, but that was pre 2016. No, that wasn't.
Chaz,
Chop
like
Chaz,
the. Okay.
Chop Chaz was, I think.
Was Chop Chaz? I've never heard of this.
The Portland, Oregon takeover.
Oh, okay. And that's your example of left-wing violence? Okay. Wait, you think the Democratic Party was behind that?
They were all leftists. I believe they were Democrats. I know that the entire political party organization in that area was.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Chaz was 2017. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Do you have any evidence that the Democratic Party is behind this or facilitated this in any way?
Well, I believe the mayor, actually, who was a Democrat, said to just not bother. They didn't want to do anything about it.
That's what the mayor said. The mayor said, "Don't do anything about it."
I believe the police were told to not enter, to not go arrest them.
Can you provide the quote from the mayor, please? Like what he said, "Don't do anything about it."
Yeah.
And this is the Democratic mayor.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. I gotta use a more specific search. I think it's funny that you think the Democrats are the party of peace. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just think it's funny because that you keep saying this, but you can't provide like any examples.
I've given you examples. You just don't care.
What, Chaz?
Yeah, Chop Chaz, Capitol Hill Occupy protest, known as the Capitol Hill Organized the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, was an occupation protest and self-declared autonomous zone in the Capitol Hill region of Seattle, Washington. It wasn't Portland, Oregon. My mistake. The zone originally covering two intersections at the corner of Cal Anderson Park, blah, blah, blah. The formation of the zone was preceded by tense interactions between protesters and police in riot gear. On June 1st, thousands of Seattle residents were attending a permitted rally in Westlake. Police lined the north side, chaotic, blah, 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 blah. It's just tear gas, nonsense like that. I need political stuff here. Where's the political stuff?
Yeah, I don't see any. I see him criticizing the federal government for what he says is escalating, but I don't see any evidence that he's like directing anybody to not do anything.
I'm looking. Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkin, by the way, was a woman, not a man. My apologies again. I may be thinking of something else. Said the zone had a block party atmosphere, even though there were multiple murders, which were never prosecuted. Later, the New York Times contrasted Durkin's words with local business people accounts of harassment, vandalism, and lootings. Durkin met with protesters and told them that the city planned to remove most barricades and limit the zone's area. For shooting left a 16-year-old black boy. So the mayor did nothing.
He just said like he was gonna restrict the zone area. What do you mean?
She, it wasn't a he.
Sorry, she.
Basically, hold on here. It's I can't see where all she really did was just basically to make excuses for them and say that it was a block party atmosphere. That was funny.
Well, what's the context of that? I mean, like if she says that and it's inappropriate, like that's dumb. But I don't see evidence that she's saying don't enforce the law in Chaz. I don't get where you get that from.
The police. She told the police to stand down and not go in there. And then after that, it was police.
That claim. That's what I'm looking for evidence of.
So Durkin met with protesters, told them the city plan, blah blah blah, calling the situation dangerous and unacceptable. Police Chief Carmen Best, also a woman, told reporters, enough is enough. We need to be able to get back into the area. On July 1st, after Durkin issued an executive order, police cleared the area of protesters and reclaimed the East Precinct. So, yeah, she eventually caved to the police chief saying, hey, we got to get this back in control.
Gotcha.
Where's the
So your evidence of democratic violence is the mayor of Seattle not responding to this.
Democrats committing the violence. I'm saying that the mayor.
What evidence do you have that were Democrats committing the violence?
Allowed it to go on. What do you mean?
Yeah, what evidence do you have that Democrats were committing the violence?
Okay, who was the typical member of BLM? Was it a Democrat or a Republican?
I mean, they might be more Democrat, but we're talking about Chaz. What evidence do you have that Democrats are behind Chaz?
They might be more Democrat.
Well, yeah, the Republican Party is incredibly racist. I wouldn't be shocked if you had to do a demographic breakdown of BLM. They'd all be Democrat.
Can you point me to a single actual, well, even a claimed Republican that participated in BLM activity?
Okay, I'm sure there's been Republicans that participated in BLM activities. Can I point to one? Yeah, actually, I can. You're going to laugh, but Kyle Rittenhouse actually said he supports BLM.
I remember him saying that he supported their right to protest.
Yeah, and I think he said he supports BLM. I could find you like the actual quote. It wasn't like I support the right to protest.
But yeah, I actually saw him at SHOT with a minigun. I thought it was funny.
Kyle Rittenhouse stated in a November 2021 interview with Fox News that he supports the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm not a racist person. I support the BLM movement. I support peacefully demonstrating.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, he shot some dipshits for attacking him. Like, I can get that. But, like, this is an example of, like, a person that's not a Democrat. As you wanted a right-winger participating in BLM, right? He wasn't there to shoot up people. He was actually there to support the community.
I said participated in. You're saying, well, by loose association, this guy said something.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Saying, there's no Republicans that participated in BLM riots, okay?
Wait, are there any examples of Democrats participating in BLM riots? Or are we just going to, like...
ruled by a bunch of lefties who just were basically...
Mitt Romney was the first Republican to join a BLM march. Will Hurd joined a BLM march. Catherine Matthewson launched the Kenosha Guard. These are Republicans. There's been congressional acknowledgments by Louis Gohmert that states that Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
How many Republicans have been arrested for rioting at BLM?
Well, at BLM, not much, but like a shitload on January 6th, at least 1,500 that Donald Trump pardoned. Yeah. People who attacked police officers, if you remember.
It's two entirely different events. I don't know.
I know.
You immediately have to go to Jan 6.
I do, because it seems like you're glossing over a major area of right-wing violence in order to just indict the left. Like, we walked through this talking point where you had to describe the Democratic Party as inciting violence, but you're ignoring, like, massive violence by the Republican Party. Wait, what do you think is more incitement for violence? Can you give me an example of Democrats pardoning? No.
Hold on.
Can you give me an example? You don't think Donald Trump? What? All right. What?
Intellectual honesty.
I've been intellectually honest this whole time, my friend. What is it?
You've not.
Have I not been intellectually honest? Have I not been intellectually honest?
Here's the thing. And I actually thought you might be different. But
okay, cool. How have I not been intellectually honest?
How many times have I had to say, that's not what you said? That's not, I had to pull you back. I
don't think you're tracking the conversation, dude.
I'm sorry. You used Kyle Rittenhouse just 3 minutes ago. And I said, how many participated in a BLM riot? How many Republicans have burned down buildings at a BLM riot? How many
okay, you got me.
How many conservatives threw?
You know what? All of them. Every one of them. Every one of those people during the BLM riot were Republicans. All of them. They were Republicans.
Violence can you show?
They were Republicans.
How much violence can you show?
Yeah, from the Republican Party? From the Republican Party?
Yeah.
Like, Bob January 6th, you didn't like that.
Well, I don't care about January 6th yet. We haven't gotten there. Well, I'm talking about the summer of love, baby.
Okay, how many Republicans? They were all Republicans. Can you prove they weren't?
How many at the BLM stuff?
Yeah, all of them were Republicans. Every single person who wrote it was a Republican. Can you prove they weren't?
Yeah, I probably can.
Go. Okay, go. Do it. It should be easy.
Because we know that who are the organizers?
Yeah, it was the Republican Party.
Who are the organizers?
It was the Republican Party.
They were not the Republican Party.
Then why is Mitt Romney's fingerprints all over this?
This is why you can't have a conversation with a lefty.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Like, you see how dumb this is? Like, what I'm trying to point out is you can't prove that their Democrats are behind these riots, but you're making this incredibly bombastic claim that you cannot support with evidence. All I did was the same thing you did with Democrats, right back to you.
But I'm being intellectually honest about it.
No, you're not. You have no evidence that Democrats committed violence.
You absolutely cannot, in good faith, in any circumstance, say that yes.
Yeah, your initial claim was actually that Democrats were behind Chaz. You have no evidence of that. That's why you pivoted to BLM.
Literally threw bricks through windows, who looted stores, who stole things.
And Donald Trump pardoned 1,500 people who attacked police officers.
Literally.
And your president, your pedophile president, pardoned 1,500 people who attacked police officers. Neither are you, my friend. Neither are you. I've been honest this entire time. Every single thing I've said has been backed up as true. Every single thing I've said has been provided, had a source provided. You have not been able to demonstrate one true thing. And every time you're challenged to provide examples, you say, I don't know, but I'm sure.
I gave you a perfect example.
What example? BLM? You have no evidence that Democrats. Actually, your first example was Chaz, and you have no evidence that Democrats were behind Chaz. That was your claim.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
The Democratic political machine that didn't do anything about it until they were forced to.
Okay, then Donald Trump was behind January 6th.
Who cares?
I care. He's a treasonous president. He's behind January 6th. He didn't do anything about it until he was forced to, after somebody had been fucking shot.
January 6th.
And you know what? God fucking luck, it wasn't more fucking dead bodies being carted out of there because your idiot pedophile president couldn't face that he lost an election. Okay. You should care about that. That's the difference between us. I'm a patriotic American who cares about the constitutional order of things.
My volume's lower.
Yeah.
I don't really need my volume to be high. I turned it down the other day because I was blowing somebody out. I don't know what I did. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, can you excuse me? I'm gonna get some Coke. Keep my throat's killing me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be back.
Coke's illegal though, so don't say that on. Yeah, I got some setting here that I accidentally turn down occasionally. That let me I'm also not really yelling at this guy. Is that better, guys? Is that better? Anyone? Is that louder? I mean, it seems louder.
I'm trying to keep my distance from the mic this time. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. My job is to talk, so it's actually kind of painful after a day.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
If I provided you a source, a study that said that the majority of political violence in America is right-wing political violence, I'm assuming you wouldn't trust it.
Send it over.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, I have to turn my volume down sometimes because I go on different people's podcasts or whatnot, and my volume is like super loud, which, whatever.
All right, sorry about that.
That's all right, man. I'm just explaining
kind of inconvenient to track things down. Sorry, what's up?
I was just explaining to my chat that I go into a bunch of different spaces and I have to turn my mic down so I'm not blowing out everybody. And I'm not yelling, so they were like, "Hey, you're a lot quieter than he is." I'm like, "Yeah, it's good. That's all, no problem." But most of it is that I just turn my shit down a lot. So
yeah, I'm still getting used to so I used to stream a lot more often. I'm trying to get used to it all over again, and I have no idea what my settings are supposed to be. It's actually so bad I've forgotten everything. Anyway,
it's all good, man. So it got that here. Okay.
Yeah, it's like right in the opening syllabus. Like, in fact, the number of far right attacks continues to.
I'm looking at it now. Mm-hmm.
You know, it should be easy to say all political violence is inappropriate, right? It's just I don't feel like the president's ever said that, or if he has, maybe you could provide me an example of it.
Sorry, I'm still kind of perusing through this. It is in the first comment that the white supremacist, which I'm not even, is that even a real thing anymore?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Is it? You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So far-right extremists have committed far more ideologically motivated homicides than far-left or radical Islamist extremists, including 227 events that took more than 520 lives. In the same period, far-left extremists committed 42 ideologically motivated attacks. This is from the NIJ.
Yes. So, in fact, this was actually on the Justice Department website, and the Trump administration took it down. If you'd like, I could send you a story on that, too. Which I would argue is very untransparent as a president.
I'm looking for the NIJ funded research. I'm looking for where they're getting the data.
Yeah, instead of nitpicking it, though, do you want to operate on the assumption it's true and just figure out where we can go from there?
No, I never operate on. I wouldn't, even if you show me one that said most was committed by far leftists, I wouldn't just accept it.
Yeah, but it's not going to make for a good conversation. You spend all stream reading 20 pages. You can if you want. I mean, I'm just saying,
well, I'm just kind of rolling through it right now. I mean, it basically, the problem is that it looks like they're using the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a horrible source.
Why is it a horrible source?
What do you mean? It's been proven wrong so many times before. It's a bad source.
I mean, just because something's proven wrong doesn't mean it's a bad source. Like, you could still update and correct things, right? But I mean, how's it been proven wrong? What have they done that you're writing them off as a source?
Incredibly biased research, outright falsification.
How so?
In at least one case. What do you mean?
How's the research incredibly biased?
All right. I mean, we're going to start a whole other thing.
Okay. I'm just curious about your epistemology.
Well, just look into it.
Yeah.
I don't believe me. Matter of fact, fucking don't believe me. Go find out for yourself. I would love for you to find out for yourself. I'd love for you to think for yourself.
Okay.
Don't listen to me.
Okay.
The NIJ Research, University of Arkansas Terrorism Research Center. I've not heard of that, so I'll have to look into that. How domestic terrorists use the internet. I'll look into this later. I'm not taking it at face value. I mean, it's a good thing to kind of look at.
Sure. Let's say that it says the majority of political violence in America is being committed by the far left, and Joe Biden were president. Would you not expect Joe Biden to come out and say that maybe we need to temper down the violence and we shouldn't be violent? That maybe the far left violence is not justified because it's righteous?
Did he do that during the summer of love?
He called for peace. Yeah, he called for peace several times. He said yes,
sure?
100%.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that Trump can't do this the other way is itself concerning. That he says something like violence when it's on the right is righteous. Like that should be a concerning statement. It does. It only inflames tensions more. It's only going to produce more violence, and it's also like a way to excuse and justify violence.
Okay, all right, fair enough. What would you like to see?
I'd like to see Donald Trump not, disavow like political violence altogether, which I don't think is something he's ever done.
Okay, all right.
Like certainly you must think political violence has no place in a civilized, liberal America.
Why would I think that?
That political violence, because it breaks down society. It breaks down our ability to operate as a republic.
Okay, all right. So just follow along here. I see where you're coming from. I want to just kind of test a little bit of logic here.
Okay.
So let's say that there's a faction in this country that wants Trump to be president forever, king for life. Let's say that happens. And they decide that they are going to take over Washington and the military steps back because they're not authorized to operate in the United States of America. That's their contract. Who do you want to stop that political violence?
In a hypothetical where Donald Trump tries to...
It's a thought exercise, right?
Yeah.
This country was founded on war, and it's kept alive by war. And I think the idea that political violence in and of itself, while certainly it can go too far, and there's really not a place for it most of the time in this country, I would say that there are times where political violence is absolutely necessary.
Okay, so if your example was that somebody's trying to crown himself king, political violence would be necessary? You would agree with that?
I'm sorry, I got distracted for 1 second. I would say, just repeat that one.
You would say that if somebody were trying to be king, political violence would be okay to stop that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I agree with that. I don't think Trump needs to make that caveat to say political violence is not okay, because I think most people...
Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
If there was a faction within the country that was going around and destroying buildings and robbing from shopkeepers and burning cars in the street, would it be appropriate to, and they were doing so in the name of political whatever you want to talk, and then political activism, whatever, would it be appropriate to use political violence against those people?
What do you mean by political violence?
Would it be appropriate to shoot those people in the head?
Can you list the things they were doing again?
Rioting, burning people's private property to the ground, burning cars in the street, terrorizing civilians and fellow citizens, making people feel unsafe in their neighborhoods.
Okay.
Would it be appropriate for another group to come through and say, no, sir, this is not appropriate at all?
Yeah.
And put bullets in their brain pans.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I'm trying to understand how this is going to manifest. Right? So let's say people are smashing windows and they're terrorizing people. And then people are, let me ask a clarifying question. Why are you scared of that?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. Are your vision of this is that these people are going to be rioting, and then a bunch of people are going to show up with guns and they're just going to start shooting? What's going to happen? How is this going to manifest?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would be okay. I think that would incite more violence.
Okay. Perhaps.
Do you think it would be okay for people to just start gunning them down in the streets?
Hold on. Fair enough. You feel like it would incite more violence. What do you think the appropriate measures for such activities are?
Crowd control, riot control, using local police.
By a riot, by definition, All right, hold on. All right, I'm going to back up for a minute.
Wait, do we not have riot control with police?
Hold on. We do, but I want to back up for 1 second.
Okay.
So let's say that you have a riot, okay? But not really a riot. Yeah, mostly it's like peaceful milling around, and people are like, you know, going into a building they probably shouldn't go into and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, police start firing rubber bullets, which can break bone. I mean, they're safer than real bullets, but let's make no mistake here. They're dangerous. This is dangerous activity. And police start firing rubber bullets randomly into a crowd. Okay, let's say that.
I would hope it's not randomly. I'd hope they were aiming.
Well, they don't. What are they aiming at? They're aiming at moving bodies. You don't know what that person did. You can't identify a target in that situation.
But why would you shoot them? Well, no, shoot people that you could see are rioting. Like shoot people that are rioting.
That's exactly what happened in Jan 6, which you seem to have no problem with what happened there.
Wait, what exactly happened in Jan 6?
Fine with people burning down buildings.
I'm sorry, repeat that. What exactly happened in Jan 6 that I'm okay with?
That's exactly what happened in Jan 6.
What did?
Police firing rubber bullets into a crowd that was just milling around.
So what? They were trying to break into the Capitol. They were not just milling around.
They were not trying.
There was violence against the police that day.
They were already walking it through the Capitol, and they were peacefully doing so. They weren't burning anything.
Well, there's clip after clip of them using violence. There was hundreds of clips of
anything. Did they
is that your standard for violence? They said they set fire to things. No, they didn't set fire to things. What they did do though is beat police officers, tase them. Smash them with shields, threaten to take their guns. Like that's stuff they did.
So initially that's not what happened. It was only after the police started shooting at them that they were like, hey, this is fucked up.
Why did the police start shooting at them?
I don't know.
I thought you said they were rioting.
No one actually knows.
I thought you said they were rioting.
Well, they were milling around. I didn't say they were rioting. You said they were rioting.
You said that's exactly what the police were doing on January 6th when you gave that example of shooting into a crowd.
Yes, they shot into a crowd because you said that I gave the example of these people are milling around and people just randomly all of a sudden police start shooting into it. Even if they were rioting, would it be appropriate? Now, when we look at BLM, for example, where they were actively burning buildings, throwing bricks, hurting people, damaging cars, tipping cars over, all of this sort of thing. Baltimore riot, same thing. There's lots of examples here. You seem to have a separate standard for the left and the right.
Based on what? I say hit them with rubber bullets too. If they're rioting, hit them with rubber bullets. Disperse it. Use riot control. You asked me what my solution was, and what's my solution?
Okay. I don't believe. It's interesting you say that, but it doesn't.
Why is that interesting?
It wasn't because when I said use force, you were like, I don't know.
No, what you said was go in and start shooting.
Well, actually, I believe that if a separate group had showed up and used political violence, I did use the extreme, obviously, because that's
okay. I don't support the extreme. I support riot control. Okay. Yeah. January 6th itself, by the by, was not a peaceful mole. Like certainly. Wait, do you acknowledge that police?
By police or a separate group? Could a separate group show up and do it?
Hang on, before we go there, I have a question about January 6th. Do you have an issue with Donald Trump pardoning the people who attack police officers?
If they could be proven to have attacked,
they were convicted beyond a reasonable doubt. Yes, several of them are on camera doing so.
So the people who specifically attacked police officers, and it can be proven that they attacked them, I would have a problem with depending on how long they've been in prison. I might have a problem with it.
So you have a problem with Donald Trump doing these parts?
The people who are simply walking around the Capitol looking at stuff. I think it was a travesty. I think it was a miscarriage of justice, and I think the entire nonsense was ridiculous. Is ridiculous. And I've had,
what nonsense? What do you mean?
We're going to have Enrique Tarrio back on the show at some point to talk about it. But
the guy convicted of sedition against the United States?
Yeah.
Okay, and what things are you going to talk to Enrique Tarrio about?
Whatever he wants to talk about. I've got Tyler coming in.
Do you assume...
he's another lefty. I'm sorry. I felt like you needed backup.
I appreciate it. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, I'm not a lefty. I'm left wing, right? But there's a big difference.
Holy shit, Tyler, your mic's echoey. Or is that just me?
No, I just moved out of a big ass room here.
His mic is echoey.
Those are like 6 foot tall rifles behind you.
That's all. That's a green screen. You have nothing. And you should not be a Texan at the moment.
Thought he was invading Fallujah. Wait, Tyler, how many? Wait, you're a Texan?
Yeah, I just moved.
Where at, buddy?
I just moved.
Dallas.
Oh shit, I'm San Antonio. Wait, how many guns do you have? Hang on, I want to see who's more Texan. How many guns you got?
He has none. He's in
0.
Oh, I'm way more Texan than you. Holy shit! All right, cool.
I'm a recovering left winger. I got on the program.
Israel average debater in the house. That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. All right, so, yeah, I mean, I don't think I would disagree with a lot of the where I disagree with the Jan 6 stuff is how the left has portrayed it, and in a lot of areas, and specifically about the way some people portray the treatment of the people who were involved, and so, but other than that, I don't.
Do you have a problem with the way Trump portrayed it? He's called it a day of love. He called it a day of love.
I mean, you guys, that you don't think that's a literal summer of love?
Your mic died.
My mic died?
Yeah, it died off there. You were saying. I heard you say summer of love.
I wonder if the cable's bad.
It was a callback joke. I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was a callback to the summer of love, right? Like, yeah. $2 comes in from Kronos 420 and Austin fake Texan gamer. I'm actually going to fly into Austin in a few weeks, actually.
Just to follow up on that, you're saying that Trump is contending that it was in fact not a summer of love. Well, he didn't say summer of love, it's a day of love. He's contending it's not a day of love and that it was actually violent then?
I don't pretend to know what Trump means, man. But I would say that if he said something like that, it was probably a joke.
Well, should he be joking about something like that? Like, we're talking about an attack on the Capitol. That he arguably incited, right? Like, shouldn't be joking.
That's unilateral disarmament when the mayor was allowing blocks of her city to be insurrected and taken over by people making an autonomous zone. She called it a summer of love.
Shouldn't the president be held to a higher standard
than
a mayor? Yes.
A mayor and a governor? No.
The president should not be held to a higher standard.
I mean, maybe, but it doesn't make their actions any less egregious if they're not. Like, if you murder a person and you're in an office and you murder a person, you're just a normal person, both are still murder. You don't get to just hand wave one away and not understand how the other side.
Yeah, I mean, I can grant that, like, that's a bad phraseology. The president should be held to a higher standard, and he called an attack on the Capitol a day of love. You don't have a problem with that at all.
I have the same problem with it that I had when the governor called it the summer of love.
So you do have a problem with it then?
The same amount. I'm going to let you decide how much that amount is.
Why don't you just be clear? Do you have a problem with it or not?
No, I don't give a shit about it either. It's just politicians dancing.
Okay, it's just like it's a game then. Like, I don't know. It's hard to take you guys seriously sometimes. Like, that's
your mistake is thinking that I take you seriously.
Well, I think the president of the United States, I mean, that you're doing at home because you can't argue on the substance. The president of the United States should act like a leader. He should act presidential. He should be held to a higher standard. He should not be calling an attack on the Capitol a day of love. He shouldn't be downplaying what happened.
I'd argue that President
Andrew Jackson shot a dude on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys keep saying, "Oh, he's just not presidential," and I'm like, you don't even know what that fucking means.
Well, honestly, presidential is whatever Trump does since he's the president. His actions define what presidential means. At least he's not getting blown.
If Donald Trump, so what if, like, let's say Donald Trump walks out of the White House completely butt naked and just sprays diarrhea all over Pennsylvania Avenue? That's presidential.
Would that be, hey, it's better than Lewinsky's cum-stained dress. It's better than JFK's tunnel to go meet with whores, including Marilyn Manson. It's better than Lyndon B. Johnson getting blowjobs literally in the blowjob room. I mean, it was LBJ because he got blowjobs in the Oval Office. I mean, come on, bro. You're talking to me about presidential, and you're literally like, I keep asking you, what is presidential? And you're like, well, he should just be this.
A higher standard is presidential.
I mean, it's a character, man.
A higher standard is presidential. Like all of those things you just listed, those could be bad examples, and somebody should be held to a higher standard and not do those things, which is why those were controversial in the first place. I don't know why that's so hard for you to admit.
I don't understand. You can't. All right, name a good president. Name a presidential president.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama looked like a third-rate banker.
But
he looked like a third-rate banker, and nobody trusted him. And you know what? You know what?
Trump. There's no examples on how
Trump actually gets things done. People sign treaties with Trump.
Name one. Name a treaty. With who?
What do you mean? He got
deals.
Hold on, I can't hear you, Tyler. I'm sorry. I'm speaking over you.
Yeah. His treaty might be the wrong word. He signs deals.
Deals. Okay, deals.
Which deal? Which deals has he signed?
Multiple. Congo, Rwanda. There's multiple.
What deals did he sign with Congo, Rwanda?
He had them both in the White House. They both signed documentation to work toward a ceasefire. He also got Hamas to sign on to the Gaza Accords, the 21.
He did do that.
On top of that, out of the trade war with the reciprocal tariffs before IEEPA was ruled on, he got about 60, 70 trade deals done with multiple countries.
He got 60 to 70 trade deals. Find me a source that's at. He might have been what he promised was like 90 deals in 90 days. He didn't get a single one. We don't have a deal with the EU. We don't have a deal with the Asian markets. Our deals have been falling apart all over the world. Like other countries are like Canada, for instance, turning towards China as a consequence of us violating the trade deal he negotiated under his first term.
In minuscule ways, but not really. Only in symbolism, they're not. Their main trade partner is still going to be and forever the United States.
Okay, so Canada opening like new trade industries with China, you're saying is insignificant, even though it's taking business away from America.
Yeah, I'd say it's insignificant because when you look at the totality of the circumstances, China is working with the United States on pushing out Chinese steel that's being dumped into Canada and Mexico, flooding our markets, putting our steel.
Wait, where's the deals that he got done? That's my question. Like Canada's certainly running away from one. It's the USMCA is definitely dead in the water.
Multiple deals.
The EU just walked away from another one.
Well, we bring up the most recent one that just happened in the news. There was a 50% tariff against India that got rolled down to 18% after India said they would A, buy a bunch of foreign goods, and B, stop buying Russian oil.
Okay, that's not a trade deal. That's conceding to like a fucking tariff. Did somebody sign something that made this?
They signed a deal, yes.
They signed a trade deal. India, trade deal, America.
That's a deal. That's yes. When you threaten somebody, you put tariffs on them, and then get concessions out of them.
India and U.S. defer trade talks after Supreme Court's tariff ruling. They haven't signed a deal. They're in talks to have a deal, and they just deferred it because of the tariff ruling.
The Modi announced it as well, that they have a deal.
Okay, I'm just going to put this once again in the chat, and you guys can read. This is from 2 days ago after the ruling. They didn't sign a deal. No deal was signed. Oh, I can't put it in his chat. Red's got to share it with you.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah, so they haven't literally signed it. They both came out.
Yeah, he can not literally signed it. Yes, that was my point. You have to literally sign a trade deal to have a trade deal.
No. Your point wasn't that if it wasn't signed. You said what deals has he made? Now both of them are.
I assumed it was obvious. I meant a successful deal that actually is happening.
Yes. Well, with both parties saying that a deal is in place. That's not successful enough for you. You then pivoted to
that's literally not successful. It didn't happen. That's the definition of not successful. Yes.
You're looking for a wedding signature now when both.
Yes, I'm looking for a successful deal.
Yes, both India, the leader of India, and the leader of the United States say they have a deal, that they're working out the details right now, but they have an overall deal ready to go.
Right. Okay. Well, until that happens, they still don't have a deal. So 90 deals in 90 days, we're still at 0, and we're well over 90 days now.
But it has happened.
No, it hasn't. You just said they're working it out. That's not the deal. That's not happening. That's not a deal.
Tyler, you disappeared.
Yeah, but the guns are so much nicer. Just take a look at them babies. Oh shit. I don't know where Tyler just disappeared to, but he just... Oh, you want to put the story in here?
Well, he like fell off his green screen or something.
The guns have consumed him. 45,000 deaths a year. Our
about
gun
not
culture
having
lives another
guns.
life.
Also, I'm going to, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to switch over to gun prattle, so we won't be talking politics anymore.
That's fine. We can wind down if you want to. I got work tomorrow, and I started this way sooner than you did, because my workday starts much sooner than yours. If you want to keep going for 30 minutes, I can keep going, but if you want to bow out, we can bow out.
No, it's fine. I don't... Where did he drop?
Rip Reno, Tyler Reno.
Oh, man.
We should do this again, though. Like, I had fun. I don't know if you seem to hate my guts. I don't harbor hate. I don't have hate in my heart. I love all mankind. That's the difference between me and Republicans.
I actually respect any leftist that'll actually come up and show up and actually try and make points. You made some, you made some. It was good. I respect any of you guys that can do that because for the most part, you just get shut down.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And I think that you're. I actually really don't. You're just one of those people that I think hates Trump because Trump is Trump, and you've been told to hate him rather than any actual reason. I actually don't. And I should make my position clear on Trump since I never did.
I don't actually like. Why do you say that about me?
Huh?
Before you do that, why do you say that about me?
I just get that feeling. The rhetoric is all the same. Yeah, I never hear any different rhetoric.
Okay, you don't think it's a little bad faith? Just like, I assume you just hate him and you don't have any reason why. And you think it's a little bad faith?
I mean, the rhetoric was... Yeah, I mean, the rhetoric's all the same. So the non-presidential thing is always very interesting to me. But that was, and you've made one of the better arguments for it.
I want to be a proud American, and that's my problem. I have a hard time being proud with Trump. Like, we're threatening to invade Greenland, and like our allies are looking at us like we're insane.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's just so much. That's so funny.
Yeah,
it's just.
I mean, you find it funny. I look at it like it's a destruction of the
Greenland. Oh, there he's back. Invading Greenland is just hilarious. Like that's just so much. So I mean, it's just like if it's not the greatest troll in history. It ought to be. So, because I mean, they've like got 50,000 people total. That's not even worth an invasion. Like,
so I just looked it up real quick while I was waiting for my computer to reboot. We got the United Kingdom, Indonesia, Japan, the Philippines, Pakistan, European Union, Cambodia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, Ecuador, Liechtenstein, Switzerland,
Liechtenstein.
Whatever. Guatemala, Argentina, Bangladesh, India. North Macedonia, Taiwan,
Macedonia,
Rwanda, Congo.
Fuck, did you even go to school?
So those are all the deals that we have in place so far, plus a bunch of other smaller nations, just basically to get them to accept the 10% tariff without bitching about it too. So I think the number is somewhere in the 70s that my AI is telling me overall.
Yeah, just for whatever it's worth. I'm looking at the UK US one. It hasn't even been signed yet too. It's the same thing. They're still in talks.
Okay,
it's just the same thing. Like the one example I looked into, it's the exact same thing as the India one where it hasn't happened yet. And it also seems like moot because like now the tariff money is probably gonna have to be like refunded, and the tariffs themselves like are an open question.
So your complaint is these deals are announced, both sides are working on them in good faith, both sides are engaging with them saying it's coming, but since a formal piece of paper hasn't been finalized and signed, they haven't worked out every detail, Trump's done nothing.
Yeah, we don't have a deal yet. Yes, he's 90 deals in 90 days and we're still on zero, so yes.
That's just TDS. We're not going to get any further on this. Let the audience decide.
Yeah, I expect my president to like succeed at something. Yeah, I'm sorry, just talking's not good enough for me.
I'm sure you didn't like the last president very much.
Yeah.
Because mentally incompetent for 4 years.
Sure. Before I bounce, I had a question. I was wondering, what do you guys think of the tariff refunds? Because like the Supreme Court basically says these are illegal taxes, you got to refund them, and Trump's basically saying no. Like he's basically stealing from the American people.
The lower court hasn't even made a decision yet if he even has to pay refunds back, let alone how and why or where they're going to come out of. So,
well, if it's illegal, shouldn't
people before we don't even have a lower court decision on what's going to happen with the money. You're getting ahead of your daily anti-Trump rage cycle you use to let out your anger.
Yeah, since the Supreme Court, Cool.
Yeah.
Since the Supreme Court ruled that the tariffs were illegal, shouldn't he refund that money?
Well, that's up for the courts. We'll find out when the lower courts rule.
That's not what I asked. I know it's up to the courts. I'm asking you, should the president refund the money if he waged illegal tariffs on the American people?
That was just decided in constitutional law.
Yes, I came up with an answer like that fast. Like, it's easy.
If you're asking for just my opinion,
yes.
Probably not. No.
So he should just take from the American people and not give back?
Who's saying he's not giving back?
You. Like, you just said, like, probably not. He should not refund the tariffs.
That doesn't mean the money's not going to come back in some way, shape, or form. How do you know how that money is going to end up?
Okay. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Grid. Tyler, it's good talking to you again. If you ever want to catch up sometime, hit me up, buddy. I'm going to go to bed. You guys have a good night.
Yep.
Hang on, wait a second. How am I in this call? Oh, wait.
The pink button.
My bad. I don't know how this thing works.
It's all right.
Wait. Hang on, Grid. Before I go, are you streaming on a form? Where are you streaming at?
Huh?
Where are you streaming? YouTube?
Yeah. And Twitch.
Oh shit! You do that dual stream. Damn, you were like way ahead of me. Everyone's ahead of me. Hang on. Can you provide your thing so I can go check it out?
Which thing?
Your YouTube, please.
Your dick. Show your dick.
Do not provide me your dick. I am not interested in seeing your dick. I imagine it's shriveled.
What is wrong with you guys?
Just provided this queer motherfucker.
Show me your dick.
Do not show me your dick. Just your YouTube link will work fine.
Hey,
I got you, man. I got you. Stand by.
Queers are disgusting. Hell yeah, base, dude.
Yeah, I stream to all. I can stream to all of them, and I just I stick to Twitch and YouTube for this channel.
I'm too incompetent to like. I'll probably like figure out someday, but I just only got back to streaming and it's so bad. Like I can't remember anything and drives me insane. Someday, but I just only got back to streaming. And it's
working, but restream is how you do it. You go to restream and then it
no, you do, that's not.
YouTube was all laggy and glitchy and shit like that, and I want to be on YouTube.
I'm actually with Cam here. The tariffs have tripled my investments. I don't really have a problem with the tariffs, to be honest with you. I'm all right, and they're hurting China, so that's.
I dislike taxation without representation. Anyway, you guys have a good night.